Israel is at it again. In a move that has shocked the international community and reshaped the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East, Israel has commenced construction of a massive $55 billion canal cutting through the Gaza Strip. This ambitious Ben Gurion Canal undertaking aims to create a new maritime route connecting the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea, potentially rivaling the historic Suez Canal. In this video, we will unravel all the details you need to know about this multi-billion-dollar project. The idea of the Ben Gurion Canal through Gaza has long been whispered in certain political and economic circles, but few believed it would ever move beyond the realm of speculation. However, in the wake of recent conflicts and shifting regional alliances, the Israeli government decided to push forward with this audacious plan. The thing is, the primary motivation behind the canal's construction is multifaceted. At its core, it represents Israel's desire to reduce its dependence on the Suez Canal, which has been a vital but sometimes unreliable trade route. By creating an alternative passage, Israel aims to secure its maritime interests and strengthen its position as a regional economic powerhouse. But that's not all. The canal project is seen by some as a way to permanently alter the geographic and demographic realities of the Gaza Strip. Critics argue that it's a thinly veiled attempt to further isolate and control the Palestinian population in Gaza, while supporters claim it will bring economic opportunities to the region. The decision to move forward with such a controversial project has not been taken lightly. It comes after years of strategic planning, diplomatic maneuvering, and careful consideration of the potential risks and rewards. The Israeli government has cited national security concerns, economic imperatives, and the need for greater regional stability as key factors in their decision-making process. Now, here's a fun fact about this canal. It's actually named after the first Prime Minister of Israel, whose name was David Ben Gurion. This man was not just a random politician. He was a visionary who played a pivotal role in Israel's establishment and development. The thing is, the Ben Gurion Canal is set to be a feat of modern engineering, rivaling some of the world's most impressive infrastructure projects. Stretching approximately 293 kilometers, the canal will cut through the heart of the Gaza Strip, creating a wide swath of water that effectively separates the northern and southern portions of the territory. The canal's proposed dimensions are immense. With a width of 200 meters and a depth of 24 meters, it will be capable of accommodating some of the largest container ships and oil tankers in the world. The project also includes the construction of massive locks to manage the water levels between the Mediterranean and the Red Sea. One of the most challenging aspects of the canal's construction has to do with dealing with the varied terrain of the Gaza Strip. Engineers will need to excavate through urban areas, agricultural land, and even sections of the coastal aquifer. This has raised serious environmental concerns, particularly regarding the potential for saltwater intrusion into Gaza's already strained freshwater resources. The engineering challenges extend beyond mere excavation. The project also requires the construction of advanced seaports at both ends of the canal, capable of handling increased maritime traffic. Additionally, a network of bridges and tunnels has to be built to maintain transportation links between the severed parts of Gaza. Environmental scientists have voiced alarm over the potential ecological impact of the canal. The introduction of a large body of saltwater into a predominantly freshwater ecosystem could have devastating consequences for local flora and fauna. There are also concerns about the disruption of migratory bird patterns and the potential for invasive species to enter new habitats through the canal. But here's the good news. To address some of these concerns, the project planners have proposed incorporating extensive environmental mitigation measures. These include the creation of artificial wetlands, the implementation of advanced water treatment systems, and the establishment of wildlife corridors. At an estimated cost of $55 billion, the Gaza-Mediterranean Canal represents one of the most expensive infrastructure projects in the Middle East's history. This astronomical figure covers not only the actual digging of the canal, but also the construction of new ports, industrial zones, and supporting infrastructure. Wondering where this huge cost of construction comes from? Well, the finances for this project come from a combination of Israeli government funds, international investors, and potentially even sovereign wealth funds from Gulf states that have recently normalized relations with Israel. The promise of hefty returns on investment has attracted interest from global financial institutions, despite the project's controversial nature. The Ben Gurion Canal, often compared to its iconic counterpart, the Suez Canal, is poised to become a game changer in global shipping. While both waterways share the ambitious goal of linking the Mediterranean to the Red Sea, the Ben Gurion Canal is set to outshine its famous neighbor in several ways. Spanning an impressive 293 kilometers, it will dwarf the 193-kilometer Suez Canal, but that's just the beginning. Designed with a greater width and depth, this mega canal will be capable of handling larger ships that the Suez simply can't. With its massive scale and cutting-edge engineering, the Ben Gurion Canal could soon dominate the region's maritime trade, potentially rewriting the rules of global shipping competition. The shorter length of the Ben Gurion Canal could also translate into reduced transit times for ships, offering potential time and fuel savings for shipping companies. This factor could make the new canal an attractive alternative for time-sensitive cargo and could influence global shipping routes. One of the most significant differences between the two canals lies in their geopolitical control. The Suez Canal, while of global importance, is under Egyptian sovereignty. In contrast, the Ben Gurion Canal would be entirely controlled by Israel. This shift in maritime power dynamics has significant implications for regional politics and global trade. The introduction of the Ben Gurion Canal could create direct competition with the Suez Canal, potentially impacting Egypt's economy, which relies heavily on Suez Canal transit fees. This economic competition could further complicate already tense regional relationships and potentially lead to pricing wars or other forms of economic conflict. From an environmental perspective, the two canals also present stark contrasts. The Suez Canal, having been in operation for over 150 years, has had time to integrate into the local ecosystem, despite ongoing environmental concerns. The Ben Gurion Canal, on the other hand, would create an entirely new waterway, with potentially severe and unpredictable ecological consequences for the region. The construction of the Ben Gurion Canal would have far-reaching consequences, altering everything from local ecosystems to global shipping routes. The ecological impact of the canal cannot be overstated. The creation of a massive saltwater channel through Gaza would dramatically change the local environment. There are serious concerns about the impact on groundwater, coastal erosion, and marine ecosystems. The project could exacerbate the already critical water scarcity issues in Gaza and potentially affect neighboring regions. The canal's path would necessitate the displacement of thousands of Palestinian residents, adding to the already complex refugee situation in the region. This forced relocation has been met with fierce resistance and international condemnation. Human rights organizations have raised alarms about the potential for human rights violations and the further marginalization of the Palestinian population in Gaza. From a geopolitical perspective, the unilateral nature of Israel's plan has heightened tensions with Palestinian authorities, neighboring Arab states, and the international community. Many see the project as a violation of international law and a major obstacle to any future peace negotiations. The canal could effectively split the Gaza Strip into two separate entities, further complicating the already fraught issue of Palestinian statehood and territorial integrity. If successful, the canal could alter global shipping patterns, offering an alternative to the Suez Canal and potentially shifting the balance of maritime trade in the region. This could have ripple effects on economies worldwide, from Europe to Asia. Ports that currently serve as major hubs for Suez Canal traffic might see changes in their strategic importance, while new opportunities could arise for ports better positioned to serve the new canal. The canal would create a new strategic waterway, potentially becoming a target for conflict or terrorism. Ensuring the security of such a crucial piece of infrastructure in a volatile region presents significant challenges. The Israeli military would likely need to maintain a substantial presence along the canal, which could further militarize the region and increase the potential for confrontations. On a more positive note, the massive scale of the project is driving advancements in engineering and construction techniques. New technologies developed for this project could have applications in future large-scale infrastructure projects around the world. The canal could also spur innovation in fields such as desalination, water management, and sustainable construction practices. The project has the potential to reshape regional alliances and economic relationships. Countries that stand to benefit from the new trade route may find themselves aligning more closely with Israel, while those who see their interests threatened may seek new partnerships or take oppositional stances. This shift in regional dynamics could have far-reaching implications for Middle Eastern politics and global diplomacy. As the anticipation of the canal rages on, it's clear that the implications of the Ben Gurion Canal extend far beyond its physical boundaries. It has become a symbol of the ongoing struggles in the Middle East, a lightning rod for international controversy, and a testament to humanity's enduring ability to reshape the world around us for better or for worse. Let's know your thoughts in the comment section. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like, and share this video.